off, but you know what? We going to catch on, and we are going to catch those pips. Hey, huh? Yes, I'm gonna go right ahead and hey, Acha. So let me make this thing huge. So I probably won't see you guys, but hang on, let me log into I'm gonna have to log off. Probably have to log off. No, never mind. I'm just gonna keep it on because we are going to look at the market. So let's take a look at the market. So the 4 rules that always apply to trading is this, guys and girls. For those who hasn't been into my session before, we want to apply the 4 rules, okay, before we get started. 4 rules. Remember these rules. It is very, very important. Like I said, I don't care how all the guru is telling you guys what to do, how much lines the people be drawing on their chart. That's just too much confusion. Too much people putting a whole bunch of indicator, considering this and that. It's gonna give. It's a big hassle. It's a headache, and I don't care about doing that at all. It is because it's too much. It's gonna confuse you. It's going to hurt your brain. It's going to stress you out. Let's say if you were to put like 5, 10 different indicators and drawing a whole bunch of 30, 40, 50 lines on your chart, you probably don't even know what you're doing anymore. You're gonna get confused. You will get stressed out. You will hurt your brain. You will hurt your eyes, and that's not good. So this is what we do all the time. Remember these rules, and we will always stay profit. Okay. Always be patient. I don't care what other gurus say. Hey, do it my way. I caught 50, 100 pips. They could blow that up in like the very next day. Okay, people get lucky. A lot of the so-called guru, they get lucky and they claim that they are good. As for myself, I don't claim that I'm the best of the best. I don't claim that I'm the worst of the worst. I know what I'm doing. That's it. I'm just a very patient guy. We want to be patient when we trade. Okay, your goal is to win. Your goal is trying to not trade every 5 minutes. Your goal is trying to not catch 1,000 pips in a day. Your goal is to win. The many wins you have will calculate the many pips that you capture. Over time, you're going to capture more pips than anybody else. Okay? The 4 rules is we're going to identify the most patterns that pop up in history. Number 2, we're going to make sure to look at the RSI to identify if it is a can't spell anymore, divergence or not. Now, number 3, we're going to look for the last high, not last night, but last high, last low, second high and low, third, fourth, fifth. So these will be our entry zone, okay? Entry zone or entry point, however you want to call it. So number 4 is to draw those zones as a support and resistance. So we know exactly what we're going to be doing, okay? Now look, who else? This is actually a good trade. Like I said, I don't really trade NCD. I don't really like it at all. I don't like it. I don't really touch NCD, but let's trade. Let's take a look at this. It is a bad trade for a 15 minutes chart. Let's take a look at the main chart. How many? We're going to look from the last low, actually the most pattern that pop up in history. We see a lot of shark, crab, bat, shark, garlic, shark, butterfly. So butterfly, shark, bat is actually what we are looking for. You see, many weeks ago, garlic has popped up a lot. Now garlic has been dying down a lot. It is because many of the trade has beat garlic many times. Deep crab. We don't want to get into that because it doesn't look good. So we're gonna be looking. I don't really trade day one chart, but if you are patient enough, you could go ahead and trade day one chart. Day one chart. Okay. EUR CAD. Let's take a look at this chart. No, it is not showing anything good for me at the moment. Well, from here, actually, let's just drop this thing out. Oops. Let's gonna draw. Let us draw this thing out. Hang on, guys and girls. We're going to make sure that it is drawn correctly. Okay, we always want to make sure. Reason why is we don't want to be off. If as soon as we're off, it almost means that we're not charting correctly. So I want to make sure that it is almost perfect before I go in there and start identifying my trade. Now, so this would be here. There goes another tray here. So I know where my pointer is. It's here. Oop, wrong one. It's supposed to be the one down here. 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 Now let's take a look from the X to the D. Let me take a look at that. It looks like it's horizontal. More like horizontal. But it's looking like, look here. It actually reaches the last low. Actually looks good. So we're looking at the horizontal line from here to here. So I see almost a divergence. You see, we got about a peak here, a little peak here. It's okay, as long as we don't got 1, 2, 3, 4, all these stuff. We don't have in there, so it's looking good. So this trade is looking good so far. So this trade hits earlier when the news hits. Okay, today Canadian news hit with interest, and it actually made the Canadian dollar very strong. Now we look at this. See over here. Now look over here. See all those points? It just never break that zone. It's a little slanted up. It's a little slanted up. So pretty much it's like almost a divergence. Harmonics gonna saw this, hit this zone, went up. Should be profiting around this area. But let's take a look at a different one besides the news. How about that is a Gartley butterfly. It seems like butterfly has been popping up a lot. Let's take a look at EUR USD. Oh, this one's already finished. It doesn't look like it's a divergence, but it's finished already. It's done. Let's see about the AUD USD. It's actually finished as well. But when we look at this, X to the D, This X and D. So we know exactly to pinpoint our X and D on the RSI as well. From here to here. That's a divergence right there. That is a beautiful divergence. Okay. You see, this is a very tiny peak. It's fine. Like I said, yeah. So you don't see more than 5 peaks, you are good to go. Okay. Now, we spotted this. We did identify the most pattern that popped from history, which one of the is also a garlic. RSI. We look into RSI. It is showing. It's also identifying that from the X here. From the X here to the D, it's going down. From the X here to the D on the pattern, harmonics pattern, it is going upward. Now, therefore, that is a beautiful divergence. What are we looking for? We will be looking for our last high and last low. Our last high and last low will be. We will mark. We don't mark up here. We mark right beneath the D, okay? Meaning, then we look for our last low. The X will be one of them, okay? Right here will be one of them. Right here will be one of them. Right here would be one of them. Now you see, if anything go beyond the stop loss, we will not want to mark here. Okay, see this? There goes another low. We do not want to mark there. Reason why it already went below stop loss. So meaning if we mark here, we want to wait for here, it went below stop loss, the harmonic scanner will disappear. A lot of time when the harmonics when here goes beyond this point, a chance of harmonic scanner will disappear is there will be chances that harmonic scanner will disappear, but then this will be your pretty much your buy zone. Okay, we are on a 1 hour chart, so we are good to go. Use risk management. As for myself, I will take one trade here. If it drop, I will take another trade here. If it comes down to this point, I will take another trade here. So even though when we take a trade here, it go up and hit take profit, we just close these trade. We're gonna close this trade. Well, we're not even gonna get in at all. You see that? So you put one trade here. Okay, right here. And if it ever go up and hit take profit, we still win. If it breaks down to the next low, we buy up. Breaks down to the next low, we buy up. Keep stop loss where it is. If it goes beyond stop loss, this trade may never go up. But as for this trade actually hit take profit number 1 already. It went up, hit take profit number 2. More likely this trade is going to hit take profit number 3, but which it's almost there. So this trade, it's already over. It's done. So we're not going to look into that trade anymore. Let's take a look at a day 1 chart at least. See, this is very horizontal. Both. Actually, is this? No, this. Yeah, this is horizontal. Let me measure it real nice and smooth. No, this is going up. You see, if you put your mouse this line over by the X, measure against the X, Now you see this X to the D is going a tiny, very tiny going upward. Okay, so we measure correctly. When we measure this correctly, it's actually a divergence. It wasn't almost a divergence, it is a divergence. It's just that it measured almost horizontal, but it is not. When we put off, when you use this plus where the X is, it'll be fully straight. Okay, now we look here. See that by the D, when you mark it nice and clean by the X, see that it will it will go up. It's slightly going up. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this. So let me change the color there. You guys see that? There's a little peak here. See that? Now I'm gonna mark this with X. See that? That's going a little upward. So meaning we measure from the X here to the D. That it's a divergence. So meaning this trade has hit. See when we measure this part over here. See here, it never broke that zone. So it will do the exact same thing over here, but it is a divergence. It fell down. It went down, went up. But I believe that this trend I'm waiting for this trend. Right now, since it's hitting that zone, I'm waiting for this trend to come back around here. So it's what I'm looking for. Okay, that's what I'm looking for on that zone. So take profit will be around that area. I'm looking for this thing to come down. Okay, either EURUSD and EURCAD. Even though we were to look at the EURCAD 4-hour chart, or even in the 1-hour chart, EURCAD, it's a 1-hour chart as well. But I like this is so much peak underneath, so I would like to look at the EURCAD chart. Let's take a look at that. You guys get it? Because when we measure it correctly, I like to measure divergence, because usually when we trade with the pattern was divergence, usually will go my way, usually will go our way. 90% of the time it will go our way. Even though each pattern is different, it's gonna continue to go our way. So on this one right here, it is also showing that it is a divergent. Is it straight? Yeah, that is straight. I'm gonna mark that blue. So you see here, from the X to the D, it's not horizontal. From the X to the D, it's actually going upward. You see the red line, the red, it's actually going above the blue. I drew the blue line very straight. Now the X, okay, from this X, this will be my X, and this will be my D. From the X to the D here, it's going downward. So both this tray is actually divergent. I'm looking for this tray, like I said. Oops, come on. You hit here. So I'm looking for this tray to come back down on this area. Okay. I may enter one tray. I'm gonna enter one tray if come back on this area. I'm gonna enter another tray if we come back to this area again. So don't let this blue candle going up trick you. Okay. See what happened in this industry is a lot of people come in, they chase candle. Chasing candle's not gonna work. It's almost like you are chasing a mouse through a tiny hole, trying to catch the mouse. But if you set a trap, you're gonna be able to catch it. The reason why we call catching pips is the same thing as catching a mouse. We set a trap so we could catch it. This thing, you see, it's gonna be around this zone a lot. This is the zone where the trend hits and usually breaks and go down back to its support zone. Okay, see here. So I'm looking for this tray to come back around this area. Okay. And then I'm waiting for it to come back around this area. Probably gonna go up afterward. Okay. So we're gonna be looking trade that way on the EUR CAD on that trade. But a lot of time when we spotted a divergence, when to enter, and if this thing falls, for example, it looks like this, okay? It falls on the right zone already. When do you enter your trade? Okay, you enter your trade as soon as this candle, this candle is formed. Once it forms a divergence, it closes this candle. It move on to the next candle. It open up a new candle. That is when you get in and start placing your buy right away. I like to do market execution. Reason why I don't do buy limit and sell limit is because a lot of time when we look at this, I want to confirm that it is a divergence. Okay, stays where it is. If it doesn't close and then it kept going down, it's gonna push this D downward, meaning it's not a divergence to me anymore. So I wouldn't like that. I would not like that trade. You see what I mean? So how do we know what is this? Okay, a lot of people are asking me, what does that mean, supposed to mean, and can we get into a trade even though it hits this area? When it hit the top, let me just write it down. strong sell, meaning overbought. Okay. See that? Get it? Now, strong buy, this means oversold. It's sold too much, it's time for you to buy. It's buying too much, it is time to sell. Now a lot of people will ask me, hey jED, even though it hits this area, should we start selling? I'm going to tell you this, no. You want to confirm your trade first before you get in. Even though it hits this area a lot, it doesn't mean that for you to get in, start buying or selling. Okay, you see here, look at that, it hits the strong buy zone, but you want to look at that. Okay, what if you bought, it came all the way down, you guys see that? Oh, my Mac is running low of battery. You guys see that, right? So we don't want to do that. We want to confirm a trade. You want to confirm your trade before you get into a trade. Doesn't mean that it's hitting the overbought zone or oversold zone. You want to get in and start buying or selling. Doesn't work that way. You will have to confirm a divergence pattern, a divergence with your harmonic scanner, and it's good to go. You see how this thing falls into a divergence, and you see how the RSI is below the 30, the prices of 30. It is on the oversold zone, strong buy, but it's also confirmed that it's a divergence, and that's when you place your buy here, it's gonna go up. Okay, you want to do that. You don't want to wait, and you don't want to just keep looking at the RSI thinking that it's an indicator for you to just, if it hits the strong sell, sell. If it hits the strong buy, buy. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it doesn't work that way. It may look like that, but for my experience, I don't trade that way. I want to confirm. When you confirm the 4 rules, boom, that's when you're going to get into a trade and making sure that trade is going to go your direction. Okay? So basically, on the EURCAD, this is what we are actually looking for. Alright? We're going to be looking for this. And that. If this thing doesn't come down and it hit take profit number 1, guys and girls, we move on to a different trade. Okay, we want to be patient with the trade. We don't want to get in right away and then boom, the trade does not go our direction. It doesn't favor us. We're not gonna be happy about it. Let's see if anyone have any other questions. Real, yes, I do have it. This is the divergence. Divergence just means that if the harmonic scanner is for X to D is going up, the RSI for X to D is going down, that means it's a divergence. Okay. Yeah, my laptop is about to die, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab the charger really quick. So you guys will be just fine, alright? You guys will be just fine. Yes, the 4 rules will be the trap to catch the pips. Let's see. No, I don't use pitchfork. Even though I know how to use it, I don't use pitchforks. I like to do it my way, this way. It is because this way this way allow me to win more. Okay, I make 90% of the wins, 95% of the wins just doing this way. Divergence is to make sure the trade is gonna go the way that you want it to go. When you tell to execute buy as penny order for USD, yeah, I just want to execute. It's because we wanted to wait that it stays in that zone and it stays divergence. Okay, I don't do buy stop and buy limit at all. How do you know where to put line of support in the RSI? Well, you mark in front of X and the D, that is where you support. Okay. You can use MACD to show the same, but I like using RSI because it shows straight to the point. I only used RSI. Yes, I only enter when it's in the zone, confirming that it's going to go the way I don't want it to go. MT4 scanner will be the best. Patient, yes, always patient, and you will get paid. This thing is not a get rich overnight, guys and girls. It's not a get rich overnight thing. You are patient. You will always win. If you're not patient, then we keep the stop loss what the harmonic scanner is showing. The stop loss is actually doing very good with the harmonic scanner. It's because the stop loss will stay below the harmonic scanner where it scans to go where we want it to go. So you want to keep it like that, okay? We draw the highs and lows on the wick of the candle. I'm not saying RSI is better than Pitchfork or which one is better than which. I just like to use it this way because it's much cleaner for me to use, and this is my style of trading. So you guys can use whichever how you guys want, but this is my style of trading, and it has been giving me 95% of the results that I've been trading for all this time. So I love using the way I use because it's giving me a awesome percentage results. How far left? Well, you don't want to go too far. You want to go, you see on this one, you want to go before it hits stop loss, okay? You want to go before all your highs and lows reaching the stop loss. That's it. I recommend take profit number one. Be happy with your profit. Don't get too greedy, and keep winning. That's it. How long have I been trading? I've been trading not so long. I've been trading for 2 years. I've seen people who've been trading for 5-10 years and doesn't even make the results. It is many of them just overcomplicate themselves. Yeah, I only enter when it's in the zone. If it doesn't reach my zone, it's okay. I wait for another trade. The next 5%, I don't know what's going to happen within the next 5% because anything could happen. Always expect losing. Always expect losing in the trading world. We cannot expect to win everything in the world. We'll always expect the loss before the wins. Okay, in order for us to win, we must overcome and expect to lose. Yeah, I'm gonna plug in my laptop. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go grab my laptop charger and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Fairly, it's important to look from the past pattern. It is because the past is showing that these pattern has been hitting take profit lately. So once you go with this pattern, it's going to give you a higher ratio percentage of this pattern's going the way you want it to go. I don't trade NZD. I don't like NZD a lot. Reason why it consolidate too much. Look, high and low on this. It's just this. Take a look. This will be your high, and this will be your low. See these two connected already. Right here, your low before stop loss. I don't take anything right on stop loss right here. I don't consider that. Now next would be here. Okay, and next will be here. So basically, this one, my buy zone, will be here. Guys, I don't look anything beyond. I look only in the harmonic pattern, and this is the harmonic scanner, and I only trade within the harmonic scanner. Beyond that, I don't bother to look. It is because, you see, I don't want to go into a chart like this and trying to graph and trying to predict what's going to come up next. What I love is let the harmonic scanner do all the scanning for you. I'll just go in and see what's good, get in and get into the trade, and get out and be happy with the trade. So that's what I do. Yes, the low and highs are meant to be red for lows and blue for highs. That's correct. But we're always looking. Oh, I do apologize. I looked at the wrong candle. You're right here. There you go. This is the right one. I apologize. I was doing it too fast. So right here will be my sell zone. I mean my buy zone. Thanks for putting that out, Bubble Forex. For buy, yes, we are supposed to use the red candle for lows. You are right, Bubble Forex. I've taught that many times, and I'm just a little bit too quick. When I chart like this, what is the move over, or can you re-enter since it has pulled back? No, if this pattern has popped up on the zone, on the buy zone, and it hit, at least it hit take profit, number one, this trade is completely done. Okay, I will not get in anymore. It's done. As long as it hit take profit number one, this trade is done. Yes, Nick Genius, most of the consolidating trade is an NZD pair. Okay, so NZD pair is very consolidate too much. And if you want to trade the NZD pair, I would recommend with the 15-minute chart, not the 1 hour, not the day one, not the 4 hour chart. I rather go with the 15-minute chart. So yes, blue, wicked blue will be considered as a high. It will be considered as a sell zone. what's happening in NZD USD. I'm not sure what's happening in the NZD USD, but just like I said, I don't like to trade NZD USD. I don't like to trade NZD a lot. I will only trade if it's not, unless it is a 15 minutes chart. It is because it consolidates forever, and I don't like how the way it look. Yeah, it is boring, Grimo. It's super boring. You want to wait forever, then go ahead and trade the NZD pair. Unless you want to get into the 15 minutes chart. 15 minutes chart, it getting right away. It will get out as soon as you can. But wow, what a 1 hour chart! You gotta be really patient. Okay. Yeah, if you trade NZD, 15 minutes chart will be great. If you trade NZD, 1 hour chart, day one chart, I don't trade. I just want to get out. Okay. No, we don't buy in GBP and NZD. It's already finished. You see, it already hit take profit number 1 already. So we don't want to get in anymore. Okay. You guys are super awesome. Yeah, the 4 rules. You guys will be phenomenal. You guys will be phenomenal. Joanne, what is your question? Feel more? Can we do one more? You could go right ahead and go watch my previous recording. I have a lot of previous recording in regards to all these different patterns. It's gonna really help you out. Yes, you always trail your stop loss. You see, if you buy in this zone and then move up to here, move your stop loss here, or move your stop loss around here. Okay. Let me sign out and sign in. I don't see what you guys talking about. Why? Yes. Actually, I'm sipping on Red Bulls. I don't see the USD and JPY on here, so it is on the bottom. It is already finished. We don't want to get in because these are old trade, guys. These are old trade. Remember what I'm saying? If it has take profit number 1, you don't want to get in anymore. This trade's finished already. It's done. You don't want to get into the trade anymore. It's too old. Okay, it's too old. It was swipe trade. Well, it was swipe trade that you probably had to go do exactly how those the trader there is doing, because they look at trade differently, and this is my style of trading. Yeah, when you trade your stop loss, you will have to do it manually once you are in profit, Nate. Can you guess us to trade that hasn't started? And that's good. I don't see anything good right now. We're just gonna wait for the confirmation of the EURCAD that I showed earlier. Otherwise, I don't see anything that look good at the moment. AUDCAD. It's getting near take profit number 1, so it's a day 1 chart. I like to see a lower time frame, which the EURCAD. It's been looking good. AUD. Let's look in the 4 hours chart. ARCAD will be the better trade. We're waiting for this to come down exactly as I showed earlier. The 4 rules, let me put it back again. Identify the most patterns that pop up in history. You guys go ahead and screenshot this or take a picture of it with your phone. You want to go ahead and look for the RSI, identify divergence. Now number 3, you want to identify less low or high, second less low or high, third less low or high, fourth and fifth. I only go up to 5, okay, max, because those will be your entry point. Let me entry point or entry zone, just so you guys understand that. And then next you're gonna be drawing your support and resistance. That's it. There goes your 4. This goes the 4 rules right here. Go ahead and take a picture of that. No, you can't really get unless you use the MetaTrader application that installed into your computer, Nick. And the harmonic scanner will pop up with the sound, will give you an alarm or an alert, and you can also set it where it can email to you. Will you stay in a trade overnight? It depends. If it falls into my 1, 2, or 3 rules, I will let it sit. Not a problem, guys, girls. They lose, but only saw scanner twice. The problem will be now, like 3 days, I don't see them. I mean the pattern. I don't see the D or TP. Are you using the web scanner? And if you don't see any pattern that pop up, it just means that there hasn't been any good pattern that pop up. Yeah, Grimo, this week is a little slow. I do agree. This week is pretty slow. It is probably because of something's going on in this world. I'm not sure. Yeah, not a problem, Bobo. Joanne, you can see it on mine, not on yours. Try to log out and log in, and try a different browser. No, there's no Bitcoin harmonic scanner. But honestly, trading Bitcoin is super slow. Way slower than Forex. Bitcoin, it's almost like an investment. It's almost like you're buying stock at a very low price. Now it go up very high. Now, many of us cannot make as much money as we can before. Honestly, I do have Bitcoin account. I bought Bitcoin when it was at 1,300, and now it shot up to almost $5,000. I mean 5,000 already. So I cash it out already and be happy with my trade. Comfy, hey, yeah, that's great. You're gonna learn, okay? You're gonna learn. go ahead and go through my pre-recorded video, and I do show exactly how things is. Showing USD CAD. If it is on the chart, yes, I will show. If it is not on the chart, no, I will not show. It is because I only trade using the harmonic scanner, and I'm a very patient guy. Okay, I'm very patient on how to trade on my trading. I don't want to get in. It's not a get rich overnight. I don't like to do that. It is because if I try to get rich overnight, the possibility of chance of losing or wiping out my account is very high. So if I'm being more patient, keep winning, more than trying to get into a trade, desperately get into a trade, you're gonna not make anything. You got this JBP drop today. Wow, that's super awesome. Thank you for plugging in my laptop. You guys are so awesome. The tuna listed, that swipe is a new trade. It's not a scan. Yeah, I don't. Whatever it's on the swipe trade, it's whatever it's on the swipe trade. Whatever we're doing here is we're trading only the harmonic scanner. And the was, of course, anytime. You got the CAD, JPY, and pulse up. Boom. That is sweet. Yeah, it really takes patience. There's no specific time when I trade. When you see exactly, when you spotted my 4 rules, that's when you trade. It doesn't matter what time. It doesn't matter when. You see, when people say, hey, I trade in Tokyo section, I trade in London section, I trade in New York section. Well, basically, those are when you're scalping. Okay, you're scalping, you're really wanting to get into a good trade, you gotta be patient and wait for the confirmation. When you want to trade during those sections, that just means that you want to get in and use the 15-minute chart. Get in, scalp, get out, and you're done. So those are scalping trade. It is really up to you. I'm not saying what is good, what is not good. Swipe trades, they're doing very good. Harmonic scanner, you use it properly. So basically, swipe trade is when somebody is already looking over your shoulder, telling you what to do already, and that's awesome. And having the harmonic scanner, having myself teaching you guys this, is you trading on your own time, your own risk, and using the harmonic scanner properly to trade, so therefore you can make the most, understand how to make the most wins from the harmonic scanner. How often? Maybe 2-3 hours, 4 or 5 hours. It really depends. Great. Confirm in trader's view. Mary Jane's, that's how you do it. You always want to confirm. Okay, if you confirm, you're in. You're good to go. Baller, you draw your support and resistance after you identify your last low or your last high. You want to draw those, and then it will consider as your support and your resistance. You support your resistance. Yes, proper entry is very important. It takes much patience. There's no matter what time of the day, it really depends. Okay, as long as you see my 4 rules. Yeah, forgive it. That's great. That's great. No, because vanish quickly. The 15 minutes do work because they vanish quickly. Yes, of course, the 15 minutes do work. It's just gone very quick because it's more like a scalping trade. You get in, you get out. You don't wait forever. We got about another minute left. If you guys have anything to say, you guys go ahead and ask. Because after this, after 8:05, after the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna be speaking in a different language, teaching in a different section. About the harmonic scanner will be in a different language. Okay. Do you really need all for confirmation? Yes, I need all my for confirmation because number one, I want to know which pattern is the best to get in. Number two, I wanna make sure that it is a confirmed trade of the pattern before I get in. Now, when do I enter my trade? Is when number three, I need to identify my low and my high for me to enter my trade, and I need to draw my support and resistance lines, knowing when to enter my trade. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, you can use it for confirmation on every time frame. You can go ahead and put in TP, or you can feel free to close in your own trade and just be happy with it. Support and resistance is a straight line, and it is also a zone. We call those a zone. I call those zone. Okay. Just knowing exactly where the 2 pinpoint is. Yeah, those rules, just go ahead and replay my recorded video reels. Alright guys and girls, those who hasn't been in my IML harmonic scanner group, you go ahead and feel free to get in. I will accept you guys, and if I have over 1,000 likes, we will do something different. So Facebook group is this. Someone type it in. Okay. IML harmonic. Now, my Facebook will be jED. So guys and girls, feel free to follow me. Feel free to. We're gonna continue to do great on this. I'm gonna do my best to help each and every one of you, and hopefully everyone will be a master and a harmonic scanner. Okay. Yeah, Grimo. Thank you. You guys. Squid, yes, let's go 1,000 likes, and we'll consider. Guys and girls, thank you guys for being here. Like I said, look for the rICH. I will post that up, and we will go from there. And then we will go ahead and I will go ahead and post that the screenshot of the rICH into the group, and let's wait for the confirmation. And hopefully it's gonna go the way that we want it to go. And guys and girls, I thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you guys all your time to be here, and I do apologize if I'm not able to answer everybody's questions in the group, because there's like over 1,000 members in the group, and it's only one of myself trying to answer everyone. It will be I'm greatly appreciate for